Hello and welcome to round 11 of the Cappuccino Trophy League at vrroom.org. My name's Dave Higgins, taking you through the main race highlights as per normal. Now, those of you who watched the last race was at Madrid. It was a very exciting race, and it ended up that DM won the race only just by JK. JK very unlucky there not to win, as he led for most of the laps. Bit of an incident in the barrier happened, and that put DM through into the lead. So that gives, in terms of the championship, that gives DM or should I say VRDM now, a lead of 13 points going into Twin Ring Motegi in the heart of Japan. So here we are for round 11 with a 13-point lead. There are 15 points up for grabs. The only person who can nick it here is JK. So it's a long shot, but JK is in a chance of a shot with a title. But will DM pull it off or not? We don't know. We were in a similar position to this last season. For those of you who watched the videos I was doing from last season, excuse me, but DM binned it. He lost control, and that gave the title to Zcart. So let's just see what happens. We're running with 7 in the field. The qualifications here at Twin Ring, fantastic Twin Ring Motegi. The East course we run on here is pole position DM, stamping his authority there, really trying to get one up on all the guys. So on pole position DM, 2 Ginobili, second, fantastic performance from Ginobili, third JK, the other main title protagonist. We've got Stuntman K27, then 5th Badger in the Rosso racing car, followed by Slim in the SVRT, and VR Race 42 there at the back. So it's Team Rosso Racing from SVRT. Remember, the Team Ghostworks unfortunately couldn't join us for these last rounds, so 2 teams out. I'll say it as I see it. Let's press play and get on with it. So it's a fantastic first run down into the first corner at Twin Ring Motegi, and away they go. So will DM hold the advantage off the start? Ginobili's not bogged down this time. Oh no, he has. He's done a similar kind of thing. He bogged down on the last one, and again he's bogged down. So we're with DM leading down into the first corner. All the main protagonists for flying down the field now, jostling for position. Into the first corner we go. JK going for the cutback immediately on DM, but DM holding that. Oh, now raced off in the background. We've got VR raced off in the background. That's worth looking at, guys. An open lap disaster for VR race. Let's just have a look on board with his car. So we'll be on his roof cam here. So he's currently last on the grid, but not to worry. Let's just see what happened. Did he collect anyone? We've got Badger in front and Slim to the side. Stuntman in front of that and Ginobili on the right. DM staying defensive up ahead. So raced is going wide. Let's just have a listen, see what happened. Oh, and it's just a lock-up. It's a lock-up and off from VR Raced. Very unfortunate. Taking him a while to get out of the sand trap there. Very unfortunate, that. Very unfortunate indeed. So Raced having a ding-dong incident back down there. Meanwhile, up front, we've seen that DM has been nabbed by JK. Now, DM will try to get JK back as soon as possible. I love the stretch of road down here. It's fantastically quick with a very, very heavy braking zone. So under the flyover bridge, or the Bridgestone Bridge, for the first time, DM pinging one to the side there. DM absolutely on it, pinging one to the side. He's got the inside line crucially to the left-right flick, but now, no, he hasn't. JK has kept that momentum and that pace up. So DM, JK side by side now around the midsection towards the penultimate hairpin. DM not letting up. He's really wanting this. He's really on this here. It's fantastic to see such good racing between the two players. JK number 84 is leading the way. Let's just get on the back of JK's car. So DM in danger of being nabbed here from Slim. So the other SVRT now. If Slim and the SVRT gets between JK and DM, I'm sure that Slim will play the support role and give JK that space that he needs to get away from VR DM. So we're on the back of DM's car now, and he's pulled out a little bit of a gap from Slim on lap 2 of 11 here at Twin Ring Motegi. So as they go around the bottom corner there, we've still got a clear lead for JK, although it's a train really, to be honest with you. Now that corner there, that's the corner where last season DM ran wide. What happened last season, he ran onto the grass on the underneath of the circuit, underneath the bridge, and that dirted his tyres for the apex. And then, of course, he missed the apex, drift wide, and so famously spun out. And he unfortunately was collected by this man here, JK84. It wasn't any of JK's fault, it's just one of those racing incidents, and it ruined the title chances for DM and JK. And then, of course, swooping up, we've got Zcar. Now, Zcar wasn't racing this season, he raced in the GT500 leagues, which I believe have been televised as well. So be sure to try and tune into those ones to watch the current Cappuccino Trophy League champion Zcar in his quest to battle for the GT300 500 championship. Now, still very, very close. Nobody's really pulling away here. This is really, really close. If we go on the back of JK's car again, it's a much closer race than last time. In the last race round Madrid, oh, it's looking like Slim might plant one there, but he didn't. He just backed out of it. At the last race, which was a brilliant race around the streets of Madrid, what we saw was we saw DM and JK. Oh, and here we go. We're going to have to go to the outside shot for this. It looks like DM's going down the outside of JK into the bottom corner. He'll never make that stick, surely not. He's thought wise of it. He's backed off, and he's potentially going to go for the cutback. But again, he's thought wise of that. He's really wanted to make that corner and not make the mistake that he made last season. The last thing DM needs is to come off. If DM comes off and JK wins the race, that's going to take it down to a 3-point deficit, a 3-point gap on the last race, which will make DM's job extremely difficult, so he really won't want that. Let's look towards the back of the pack there on Slim and Stuntman's car. We've got Janobi, who's now dropped back to 5th place, so another terrible start from Janobi. He's really bogging down. He's had a great season, but these last few races he's had the bog down where the sort of the false start penalty kicks in. And for those of you who don't know, I haven't watched the videos before, here at VR Room we run with all driver aids off, including ABS. A little bit wide from Stuntman. We run with all driver aids off, including ABS off, and we have full damage on in all the leagues. All the rooms are fully marshalled by race qualified marshals who make very good decisions to keep the race strategic and fair. We have yellow flag rules, red flag rules, green flag rules, black flag rules. We have a rule for everything here. Basically, because we run with all the aids off, and it's a big sideways moment from Stuntman there. He's held it though just as they go around the main straight again. That's given DM and JK that little bit of a distance to get away, which has given them a little bit of breathing space. So I will eventually get around to telling you about the false start penalty for those of you who haven't played this game before, as it's 3 abreast to get into the first corner. Oh, the boys have made it, only just, but they've made it very clean, guys. Well done. The anti-stall, basically, or the false start penalty, basically you have to have your foot firmly on the foot brake at the start of the race, and then when it goes to green, you have to release your foot brake, but not a moment too soon, because if you do, then what you're going to get is you're going to get a false start penalty. I've just got a clip up the grid here to JK and VRDM. DM on the outside, JK playing a very good defensive game here. Now I notice DM complimented Joe as just as DM dives to the inside, and will he make that stick? He is making it stick. It's bumper to bumper stuff and side by side action at Twin Ring Montegui on lap 4 of 11. But crucially again, JK has defended that very well. He's on the inside line. Now I know from speaking to JK in the actual room that DM, you know, has complimented him on how well he's improved his defensive game, or at least that's the way I feel about it as a commentator anyway, and as a racer. JK has been very, very good at being defensive, and that's making it extremely hard for DM to get past. He's, in a word, he's taken possibly a little bit out of DM's lead, because DM was always famed for having the widest car in VR room, but if there's one bit of his game that is improved, or one bit of his driving is improved, is JK. His defensive, he's really working on that, and he's so much better at it than he used to be. So well played, JK. We're going to have a look at the live timings now, guys, just to see who's fastest here at today's race. So we've got the current fastest lap is a 1:36.001, which is JK, closely followed by DM 1:36.046. So here those two boys have only got a 2/10 advantage. The slowest car, surprisingly enough, is Janobi on a 1:36.6, but all the boys pretty much in the same second there. So that's really good going. Everyone's pretty consistent and on it. So well played all the guys. Now, let's just have a look where we are. We're on lap 9 of 11 now at VR Room Dog. Everyone's kind of holding station. DM is still being fended off by JK. We're still on the back of JK's car. And the two boys here have pulled out quite a substantial lead. The next guy is Stuntman. Stuntman on for his first podium potentially. This is very good stuff. I'm going to give Stuntman a little bit of airtime in a moment, but as we go down the back straight towards the flyover, DM getting sucked in by the slipstream of JK. Will we see DM plant one or give a dummy at any stage? Let's have a look. He's getting sucked in. There's a slipstream. There's no room on the inside. JK's covered that off very well indeed. Very good defensive line. Going to leave him open to a bit of a cutback from DM, which is precisely what DM's trying to go for, but JK's line was just central enough to stop that from happening. And again, nearly side by side, this midsection today for DM and JK is unreal. Absolutely unreal. Oh, and DM's diving one down the inside. He's given a dummy. Has he made that stick? No, he's backed out of it. But blimey, that was a bit close. Gonna get this guy here, Stuntman K27, is looking like he may be on for his first podium here at Twin Ring Montegui. I hope he pulls that off. He's improved no end all season, to be honest with you. And to be third in one of these races is very good going. So Slim under a little bit of pressure from Ginobili again. Not much has changed down there. Let's just see if Badger is being caught by Badger in the last of the Team Rosso racing cars, being caught by VR Raced, who is not far off now with 2 races to go. So Raced has got some pace. We're on the back there of Badger's car, and actually, it's close. It's not as close as I thought it was, but he is gaining on him. So well played. So the closest battle is up front, and it's with these two guys here, and it's a good job I clipped to it. We're down into the first corner, and again, as JK defends that position extremely well from DM. My word, this is close stuff. DM going tight again, trying to get a little bit of a cut back through here, maybe. He is bumper to bumper. He is so close to JK's backside. It is unreal. We've got to get on the back again. You'll see DM get sucked in. Now, will he be able to put him a dummy? Now, the last time he put a slight feint to one side of the track and then pumped it back. JK's not going defensive. He's leaving himself open to it. And there comes a potential dive. DM just showing his nose but backing out of it. Rubbing as they go round underneath the flyover section. Extremely exciting, extremely quick. And in the meantime, look in the background. We've got Stuntman K27 catching up. Stuntman may be in with a shout of nabbing one of the positions off these guys. Absolutely incredible here. DM wide again on lap 10 of 11. DM knows if he wins this race, he's won the championship. Will we see DM take the lead and take the championship at round 11 with one more round to go? It'd be good stuff, but who knows if it's going to happen. And again, JK doing a superb job of defending. He's really not making DM's race easy here at all. Now, interestingly enough, if it finishes how it is, DM will still win the championship. So DM doesn't need to go for pole position, doesn't need to go for first. If he finishes second, he will get 3 more points from JK, which will give him a 16-point lead. And with 15 left, it just purely will not be enough. So for the last time now, down the main straight, Stuntman in the background there, so close to these two guys. All it will take is one mistake and Stuntman may be in for his first victory. So does DM get... Oh, and DM does! JK's gone wide. DM is through. Now, will he be able to hold that? Will he be able to hold that? That's a turn up for the books. Again, it's almost like a repeat performance of the last race. JK drifting wide. DM did not do anything to aid that. JK just drifted wide and DM had the better line through the corner. My word, this is good stuff. So what we're going to see here, if DM holds this position, even if he doesn't hold this position, he is going to be crowned champion at VR Room Dog in the Cappuccino Trophy League, in the Cappuccino Racing Room number 2. Stuntman's looking like he may get a really solid third place here. So from the outside, on board with DM. JK is trying everything he can, but even JK knows that if he gets past, he will still not take the championship. All DM needs to do is survive the last few corners. So this is exciting stuff to watch. And it will be, if he gets it, it will be DM's first title within VR Room as well, which would be very good going for DM. But never discount JK out from the win, of course, and JK's not giving up. He's very, very close to DM, as you can see there. He's just behind him as they come down into the final corner. So do they make it? They do. JK is on the outside and Stuntman is right close behind, and across the line it's going to be DM. DM is going to win the race only just from JK. We have a new champion. DM, VRDM 32 is champion at VR Room with a brilliant Stuntman coming across in third. Well played. Ginobili and Slim side by side as they cross the line. And then Badger and Race will be in the background. And there's VR Race crossing in 7th. So, we have a new champion. DMJH32 is the new champion of VR Room Cappuccino League in Racing Room 2. So onwards to the next round, which will be a humdinger. I wonder who is going to win it. So I've been Dave Higgins. You've been great for watching. So thanks very much. We have a new champion here at vrroom.org, and it is VR DMJH32. So onwards to the next round, which will be a qualification process at the Nürburgring D circuit for round 12. Will we see a new winner? I don't know, but I can't wait to watch it. Thanks very much.